They are playing for that trophy along with a $100,000 first place prize, the 2-year PBA Tour exemption. As Beth talked about with Danny, he's had to sit and wait out of the bullpen for a while, warming up.
Really, right now, though, the only thing that matters for Danny Wiseman is what type of ball reaction did he find during warm-ups.
6-pin for PA stands.
And almost a big, ugly split. Right now, today, things going PA's way. Key Brooklyn to take care of Pat Healy Jr. right now, tripping the split out to avoid the open frame if he were to convert, which he should do quite easily. Straight and firm with a plastic ball at the 6-pin.
Lane level look at it from our great crew here in Milwaukee. And a good start for Patrick Allen, gets his mark. Now it's Danny Wiseman from just outside Baltimore, who has 10 titles. A new look, Danny Wiseman. Dedicated himself to fitness, has a personal trainer. Starting in June, worked out 5 times a week. Something he'd never done before. His tournament starts now. In the final and in style. Real deal matchup, Randy. How do these two stack up?
Well, the theme remains the same, Dave. It's the average factor, but it hasn't seemed to bother Patrick Allen at all today. Although with that first shot that Danny Wiseman just threw, this is going to be one of the most exciting matches you will ever see. Take a look at Danny Wiseman's index finger. He used to spread that index finger, which would help him to rotate around the bowling ball. He can no longer do that because of pain. He has to keep that finger in. He can't spread it out. And now he bowls pain-free. He says it's changed his role ever so slightly, all for the better. Just outside second arrow, about the 8th board at the break point. That's about the 42-foot line or mark down the lane. 6 goes the wall, snaps the 10 out. Great start, Danny Wiseman.
With the double to get things going. The injuries, one reason Danny wanted to get going with physical fitness this year. Saw the big numbers. He's been hot, however, the big 4 stands. 4, 7, 6, 10 for Patrick Allen.
And this was the last thing that I thought Patrick Allen would do today. And obviously, his shot's starting to break down ever so slightly. He needs to make a major league adjustment right here and now.
Trying to kick the 4-7 across the deck to the 6-10. Can't. Early open, and the way Wiseman has been bowling, so confident, that could prove to be disastrous. However, as we saw in the last match, Patrick Healy Jr. rebounded from a couple of opens of his own to make things close. $100,000, 37,000 plus points. 2-year exemption as well for one of these two bowlers, and a first ever major title will go to the winner. 7.
In a title match of a major championship, after you've been on a run and you get up in the second frame and you open, it's like somebody punching you right in the gut. Just knocks the wind out of you, especially when your opponent is perfect through 2 frames. Patrick Allen needs to gain his composure and figure out a way to get all 10 pins into the pit.
Takes the 7. Last year's ABC Masters in Reno. Patrick Allen did make that show. He finished 5th, lost in the first game to Mika Koivuniemi, 214 to 173. Danny Wiseman told us last night there has been a little pain in that right hand this week with all the games and the grueling schedule to get this far. So many frames under his belt. But overall, he feels great.
And the one thing that I like that Danny's doing right now, Dave, is that he's not trying to overhype the hype. You know, you watch Danny on television a lot of times, he gets very animated, he gets really hyped, he loves this setting. 10-5 in arena matches, arena finals, I should say. But right now, I love what he's doing. He's keeping his composure. He's not getting out of his mental psyche or getting too amped up. This will allow him to make good quality shots.
So dedicated to improving his game. And it's all paid off working with his personal trainer, Sam Donna, back in Baltimore. A digital camera with movie capabilities to track all of his perfect shots like that one. With a 4-bagger to start the match, Danny Wiseman has been rocking and rolling over Patrick Allen in the final of the ABC Miller High Life Masters. Like most straight jackets, our house band has been rocking us all day. Speaking of that, Randy Peterson, let's get to the Uniroyal Tire rock and roll.
Patrick Allen, second shot in the 10th frame of his last match, rocked the house with this picture-perfect strike, vaulting him to the title match against Danny Wiseman.
Our first Uniroyal Tire rock and roll of the new PBA Tour season, which makes history today, debuting at Miller Park, home of the Milwaukee Brewers. On the shore of Lake Michigan here in Wisconsin. Patrick Allen, down 46. Does have a mark to work with here. The time is now for him. .47.
Patrick Allen is in serious trouble. And that great reaction that he had in the first two matches has gone bye-bye.
Takes care of the 4-7. However, as we take a look at Kelly Wall, brand manager, Miller High Life, our title sponsor, the ABC Masters.
Not happening.
Our first event of the season. It's a major, and Patrick Allen knows he is struggling. Boy, he didn't like that at all upon release. Was hoping for a Brooklyn strike crossing over the head pin, but it was very strange to see a 5-pin standing from a PBA Tour player.
And this was just a total grab at the bottom of the swing, and that's why Patrick Allen turned away from it. You could see that's about 3 boards right of target. No chance of holding line on this pattern. Patrick Allen is in a place right now, Dave Ryan, that is every professional bowler's or athlete's worst nightmare. They're very uncomfortable, they don't like the reaction, and they can't pry it off their hand with a crowbar.
5-8. Don't hear that often, and this level does take care of the mark. And a little sarcastic cheer for himself. Danny Wiseman, folks, an incredible story. Was very near leaving Milwaukee. He was not bowling well at the start of this tournament. 14 under, barely made the first cut, and checked into flights to go back home to Baltimore, but couldn't find one. Imagine that. He almost went home, left the tournament before getting here to the final day. Now look at him. Everything going his way. 5-bagger to start. Don't forget 49ers Bears coming up here on ESPN, 8:30 Eastern Time. As the ghosts of the Monsters of the Midway will be present, 2 of the NFL's most storied franchises meet. Brian Urlacher and the Bears welcome the Niners to historic Soldier Field. Also available in high definition on ESPN HD. Call your cable operator, DirecTV, or the Dish Network today.
And the Bears right now could use a little bit of what Danny Wiseman's got, and that's offense.
6 in a row.
Wiseman smelling victory. Dave Ryan, he knows he has Patrick Allen on the ropes, and there's nothing Patrick Allen can do about it.
Whoa.
One of the things that makes Danny such a great player is balance. He showed us last night his balance. Incredible amount of balance for Danny Wiseman. That's why he makes great shots. That's why he's a 10-time champion looking for his first major title.
He comes in high again. 4-pin stands, avoids a split, and there's not much Patrick Allen can do right now, Randy. It's a freight train coming at him named Danny Wiseman.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to stop a freight train with a BB gun. It's not going to happen.
Jeez.
And quite frankly, this was Danny Wiseman's tournament to lose. I mean, Danny mowed the field in match play. We talked about it at the top of the show. Nobody was better this week than Danny Wiseman.
Set back down to Beth Mowens.
Well, Patrick Allen, if nothing else, keeping his sense of humor, guys. He's calling for the car to bring someone in from the bullpen. Dave?
The question is, Beth, does he want a lefty or a righty? Well, Raleigh Fingers was a great reliever here in Milwaukee. He's a Hall of Famer. Along with Robin Yount, Don Sutton, Hank Aaron, Paul Malter, the former Brewers to be inducted into Cooperstown. Gets a break, 7-pin trip late. And Patrick Allen plays up to the crowd.
Looks like he moved a little bit further to the left. Nice release and rotation off his hand and the little love tap on the 7-pin. And PA has to chalk this up to experience. I mean, you get in the middle of a title match, you lose your reaction. You've got to pull out all the stops and try to figure out a way to get back to the 1-2 or the 1-3 pocket.
Thinking 307 in a row.
Remember the last game, last night in his last match, he was perfect through 10 frames, left a ringing 10 for 289.
I'm checking the approach again.
This entire Miller High Life Masters presented by the American Bowling Congress, most of which took place at a different bowling center.
Count.
So different surface, certainly. Same oil pattern. We had 300 games. As we talked about, Jason Couch, Brian Bogosian. That's it. Could we have another one here in the finals?
Come on.
Maybe.
Come on, Danny. What a way to win your first title, Dave Ryan. Or excuse me, your first major title. The front eight
in a row.
The front eight, Miller Park, in front of thousands. Danny Wiseman, perfection through 8 frames.
Now in baseball, when a pitcher has a no-hitter, look at the huge crowd reaction, 5,000 plus. Pitchers are left alone in the dugout. If you've got a no-no going, no one goes near you. You don't say a thing about it. You don't jinx it. As PA strikes finally on lane 4 of our 4-lane setup here. What is Danny Wiseman thinking right now?
Well, I've always been a big advocate of the least amount of thinking, the best. You don't want to overthink it. You don't want to think a lot of stuff. Just stay within yourself, go through your pre-shot routine, and focus on maybe a feel, what the ball feels like, what that perfect shot feels like out of your hand.
Well, he said he's overmatched in this game, but does rebound with a couple of strikes. What an incredible gathering we have here at Miller Park. Danny Wiseman is bidding for a 300 game to wrap up his first ever major. He would also earn a $10,000 bonus from the PBA, in addition to the $100,000. Coming his way with a win.
Oh!
10-pin. Oh, he was urging it.
What a great shot. What a great performance for Danny Wiseman. He's going to let go of this one and get it a pinch right. Look at that little spin release. Look at it. Come on now. Ball comes in just a little bit behind the head pin, leaving the weak 10. But you know what? I'm sure that he's all right with that.
He'll take his 10 pin and his mark. Danny Wiseman, who was on the verge of leaving Milwaukee at the beginning of this event, said to us he's never been so fortunate as to just stick with it. He thought for a moment, hey, if I go back home, I can get some errands done, I can start working out again with my personal trainer. Maybe that would be better than staying on the road and watching the others compete. He is here. He is the winner. He's wrapped it up. 10 pin again for the champion.
That was pretty flat.
This guy really amazes me, Dave. I mean, he doesn't look like a whole lot, but Danny Wiseman gets it done week in and week out. I know he struggled last year, but, you know, he had some physical injuries that he was trying to fight through.
That was awesome. Awesome game. Awesome stuff. Got one. Great job. Here comes the sun.
Things are brightening for Danny Wiseman, certainly. It will be his 11th PBA title. We're going to fast track through the end since it has been clinched. First ever major comes today for Danny Wiseman, who last year was ranked 28th, did not win on tour at all. Congratulations from Steve Miller and Fred Schreier. And a word back home to Dorothy Potter, his mom, stepdad Jerry Potter as well, watching in Baltimore.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Time out.
What's he got in store for us here?
It's been a long time for this one. I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Nice to see Danny turn it around after a dismal 2003-2004 season.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
$100,000 to Danny Wiseman. 2-year PBA Tour exemption. His first ever major.